Welcome to Module 3.8, where we'll continue our exploration of non-experimental research designs, focusing on cohort and longitudinal approaches. These time-oriented designs provide valuable insights into how health conditions develop and progress over time. In this module, we'll examine cohort studies, longitudinal studies, and compare different observational designs to understand their relative strengths and applications in healthcare research. Cohort studies follow defined groups of people over time to observe how exposures relate to subsequent outcomes. Unlike case control studies, cohort designs start with exposure status and then measure outcomes as they develop. They can be prospective, following participants forward in time, or retrospective, using historical records to track past exposures and outcomes. A key strength of cohort studies is their ability to establish temporal sequence, confirming that exposures preceded outcomes. Results are typically expressed as relative risk or risk difference, directly estimating the risk associated with exposures. While cohort studies require significant resources and time, particularly prospective designs, they provide some of the strongest observational evidence for causal relationships in healthcare research. Longitudinal studies involve multiple measurements of the same variables in the same individuals over extended periods. This approach allows researchers to track changes within individuals rather than just comparing different groups. Longitudinal designs are particularly valuable for understanding development and progression patterns in health conditions, identifying trajectories of change, and examining how risk factors and outcomes evolve over time. A significant challenge in these studies is attrition, participants dropping out over time, potentially introducing bias. Data collection typically occurs in waves or intervals, with timing determined by the research question and expected rate of change in the phenomena being studied. Despite their challenges, longitudinal studies provide unique insights into health dynamics that cross-sectional approaches cannot capture. When selecting an observational design, researchers must consider the relative strengths and limitations of each approach. Cross-sectional studies offer efficiency but cannot establish temporal relationships. Case control studies are excellent for rare outcomes but susceptible to selection and recall biases. Cohort studies establish temporal sequence but require substantial resources and time. Resource requirements vary dramatically across designs, influencing feasibility in different research contexts. The nature of the research question should drive design selection. Prevalence questions suit cross-sectional approaches, while questions about risk factors for rare diseases may require case-control designs. Time considerations include both study duration and how quickly results are needed. Finally, each design requires specific analytic approaches to address its inherent limitations and maximize the validity of findings.